Alright, Al, we're into stage 5 now, and in relation to this form here, you don't have to get it back straight away. You can if you want, but it's just it's not necessary, okay? You can just have a quick look and just, see what's going on. So our next framework is the scale of belief. They've just completed this form, and now we can establish, we just go around there, okay, we get to, show you what I have. So now I write up, I can show you what I have, and then you can make a choice. You can make a choice whether this is for you or not for you, based on what you've written down here. So just pick up the pieces of paper and have a look, based on what you've written here, and look at that top statement there. 13 weeks of civil plant trade training designed to prove your capability to any prospective employer and earn $57,000 per annum. What do you believe? Is that possible for you? So, Johnny in the corner, what's your scale of belief? So 1 is right down the bottom, 10, you absolutely believe within your own mind that you're onto it. So what we do is we just go around the room and circle it, okay? And say, look, for the rest of you, just if you want to write it on the bottom of your sheet, just put scale of belief and write a number down there. What's your scale of belief? What do you actually believe? Is it possible for you? Okay. So that's really important, Al, is to get these forms back, particularly the follow-up, and we can, when we initiate that follow-up conversation, we can refer back to this form and pick up the conversation pieces that they've actually written down. Because everybody has got individual needs and wants and don't wants, and we can say, well, Johnny, you didn't want to be languishing in the WINS office forever. What are you doing about it? Have you done anything about it? So you ask these kind of questions and you talk about it. One really important point, Al, is at this stage, how much have you heard me talk about Taipei Polytechnic and the course? Have you heard me talk much about that? No. It's not about us. It's all about them. So I focus the whole presentation on what they want and what they need, okay? And we're just a vehicle to get them to the destination that they're striving for, okay? Very important point to remember. There's nothing worse than going into a presentation and you start talking about TPP, you start talking about the course straight away, and they say, oh yeah, whatever, and they tune out, and their scale of belief is right here below 0, okay? So that's what you end up if you initiate your presentation on that platform. So the next thing we do is we begin to show them exactly what we've got, okay? So and then we start writing up on the board, and we start talking about us. We've established their needs, their wants, their desires, what they want to get away from. Now we can start matching what they've written down to what we have to offer. Okay, 13 weeks is your commitment, full-time on campus. The other 13 weeks is what we call work-based training, okay? 13 weeks full-time with us, 13 weeks out on the workforce. My expectation is that you are going to be after the 13 weeks, my expectation is you're going to have a full-time job earning $57,000 a year, okay? That's what and that's part of that form. That's part of the strategic plan where we get you from where you are right now, languishing in the WINS office, and according to your belief, Johnny, you're at number 8. While you're on the course, we want to scale you from 8 up to number 10 and beyond, and get you a job earning $57,000 a year after 13 weeks on the course, okay? So that's what we want to achieve. And then we can start talking about the course, and then start some questions. You can start talking about wheels, tracks and rollers. You start talking about some of the other costs, you know, involved in the course. And then at this point you say, well, you know, I've talked enough, you know, are there any more questions? And if there are no more questions, you say, okay, it's now time. Remember, you made a commitment to make a choice. Now it's time to make a choice. Are you in or are you out? Who'd like to start filling out an application pack? And then you just wait. You know, you must wait for an answer. And even if you have to wait a minute, you know, a minute is a long time if there is silence. You wait for one person to commit. Okay, great. Johnny, you know, you're committed to filling out this form. Okay, so you start filling it out. And what you'll find is that as soon as one commits, it's like a flock of sheep. They all just start falling over one after the other. Okay, and those that are sitting on the fence, they don't want to be left out, you know. And if they start to get up, you know, and walk out the door, you just say, hey Fred, you know, whereabouts did you say you're going to be at, you know, if you continue? He says, and if he says, well, I'm quite happy on the dole, this is where I want to be, hey, you know, let him go. You know, that's his choice, and that's all about making a choice. And it's all about the definitive answer on the day. You're either in yes or you're out no. The last thing, as I said right at the beginning, we don't want you to go walk out the door saying, "I'll think about it." So that's essentially your presentation. And you've gone down that railroad track, and we've got micro commitments and everything else, but we've positioned ourselves as people of integrity, and hopefully, you know, based on our results, it works extremely well. So there you go. Have a go. Catch you later.